Okay. If it tells you to evaluate something, and it says do it if you know that x is a certain number, you need to plug in this number for x, but you gotta be careful, because whenever you put the x, put parentheses around this. This will help eliminate some problems, because if you put it in your calculator without the parentheses, if it's a negative number like we have -3 here, the calculator will read this differently. And we should too, but people don't tell us about it. Whenever you have an exponent on a number, it's just really finicky. The exponent only affects the original, sorry, I'm saying it wrong. The x only, let's try again. If this says x squared, that means that this 2 affects everything that x is. But if we write it like this, -3 squared, like that, this exponent will only affect the 3. It only affects the first bit of ink that it's next to. Like if it was a bug sitting on number 2 and it started walking, what ink would it hit first? So if it's written this way, it means 3 squared, or 3 times 3, and then put the negative on it. So if you want it to include the negative, you have to put it inside parentheses. So now if that bug was sitting on number 2 and it started walking, the first bit of ink it would touch would be this parenthesis. And parentheses always come in sets. So now it's saying write the whole set twice. And so that's how we would get a +9. So when we're plugging numbers into these problems, put them in parentheses every time, positive or negative, just make it a habit, and then it will turn out right when you put it in your calculator. So you need to use the parentheses that are on your calculator as well. So if you put the parentheses around it, it becomes 9 minus 12 minus 3. And then 9 minus 12 is -3, and -3 and -3 is -6. But if we didn't put the parentheses around it, let me show you what the calculator would tell you. It would say, call this -9, because it only squares the 3. And then it would say minus 12 minus 3. So this would be -21 minus, so it would be a -24. So it's important to use the parentheses.